What is up, Texas hockey fans? Welcome back to Clean Sheet of Ice, a Texas hockey podcast. On today's episode, we're going to recap the Florida game, the battle of the Florida teams. We already talked about Tampa's game with Savannah. Talking about Florida's game on Saturday night down in Sunrise. Got a point. Not the best game, but got a point. And then we're going to preview the Edmonton Oilers coming to town on Tuesday night for Mikko Rantanen's bobblehead night. I know a lot of people are going to be handing out. They're going to be hanging out all day long outside of AAC for that bobblehead. I know it. Mikko already got his bobblehead. We saw that video, and that was very funny. Well, welcome back to Clean Sheet of Ice, Texas Hockey Podcast, brought to you by Zing Zang, America's #1 Bloody Mary mix. We love Zing Zang over here, and Zang responsibly all season long. I got the Zing Zang on Saturday with the Florida game. Had a lot of fun with Zing Zang, America's #1 Bloody Mary mix. Go get you some today from Tom Thumb, Target, wherever Zing Zang is available. We love Zing Zang. I'm your host, Stone Strinkman, joined always by Dom Garcia. How we doing, bud?
Man, to go over to Florida, it's never easy to play, but to get points in those games, incredibly difficult, especially with the guys we have out. And boy, am I proud of this team, and I love the way we're playing. We just continue to find ways to get points with rookies, with grinders, with superstars. Everyone's coming together, and everyone's playing really good. We're not playing the best hockey, but we're finding ways to make things happen, and I love to see it.
It was really funny because we were at morning skate on, Thursday before that game. And me and Sam Nessler, we were watching the power play units going out there and practicing a little bit. Power play 2 goes out there, the second unit. And we're like, oh, okay. So fourth line, grinders, rookies, and 2 defensive defensemen are on this power play right now. I'm like, yeah, we're a little thin right now with all the injuries, Dutchy, Rupe, all those guys. We're missing them. We need them. We need them back. But they're finding ways to get points, and that's the biggest name of the game right now in early season with all the injuries. Is like a lot of teams are going through this as well. A lot of teams are banged up, trying to find points and everything. I think the Stars did a really good job of that on their trip to Florida with Tampa, and now Florida wasn't the prettiest game against Tampa, wasn't the prettiest game against Florida. It wasn't a bad game against Florida, I don't think. They scored those 2 goals really, really fast there in the second period, and you're just like, okay, there's the Florida that I know and love because I'm a big Florida guy. I love Florida. Love the way they play. Love the way that they can grind out games and just beat someone to death basically into submission. I love Florida. So once they got up 2-0, I was like, all right, Florida's just doing their thing. It is what it is. But somehow, some way in that second period, you go down 2-0. They keep going down 2-0 in every game, which is not ideal. I know Glenn is probably not excited about that goalie, but you get those 2 goals right back. Wyatt Johnston on the power play, and then 14 seconds later?
Yep.
Justin Ritzkovian, our guy, our rookie, Sam Nessler's guy. He's been high on him for over a year now at this point. Justin Ritzkovian gets his first career NHL goal. What do you think about that second period against Florida? What do you think about the game overall?
Ritzkovian's a guy, all season fans have been hearing his name called, not necessarily in scoring situations, but just making really good plays. And Ritzkovian's a great example of this. I'll challenge any Stars fan. Our personnel has never been a dump and chase style of team, but our third and fourth line, they play the dump and chase game pretty damn well. And that's so weird to say because last year we had nothing but just goal scorers. I mean, Dodonov on that back end, Mikael Granlund, just pure goal artist. And to have grinders like Steele, Blackwell, now Ritzkovian in the mix, you can play hockey in different shifts and different ways now. And listen, going into this game, we don't really match well with Florida. They're very physical. They're going to hit you and punch you in the mouth. So I was expecting us to really drop an egg in this game. And when you go down after that first period, I was like, okay, this is the type of game, you're going to have a stinker every now and then. I think this was a moment where the Stars could be dropping a stinker, but you get the Dallas Stars in the power play this year. It's filthy. It's one of the best in the league, and doesn't matter who's out there. They are really doing well, passing the puck from end to end. And boy, Ritzkovian, if he can keep this play up, man, like that's a guy you can lean on in very, very tough situations because, dude, he does it all.
He's a really fun player. He's a fourth line grinder for sure. He's a rookie. He's still trying to find his foot in the NHL. He's trying to find out what his game is supposed to be like. He's trying to figure out his role on this team. And coming into the season, he looks like he's going to play 2 games, sit 2 games, play 2 games, sit 2 games with Adam Ernie. And now they're both just thrusted into this lineup and told to go out there and perform. And like you said, last year we didn't have those fourth line grinders in a way. Like we had the Sam Steeles, we had the Colin Blackwells, we had Oscar Back. We had guys that would dump and chase. They would forecheck really hard. They'd back check really hard. They'd do all the things that a fourth line does. But now Sam Steele's on the top line. Evgeny Dadonov's gone. Colin Blackwell's still there. Now you got Nathan Bastian in there. Oscar Back is in and out of the lineup. Like you're running through a lot of problems with the injuries. And I thought the one thing that we came into the season, I was like, they're going to hit more. They're going to get to the net more. They're going to do those things just because the coaching is telling them to do it. Whether it works out or not is one thing. It's been relatively good on both of those ends. I think they're scoring in different ways. I think they're hitting and they're more physical this year. Those are great things. The other thing I thought was going to happen is that they're not going to play one style of hockey through 4 lines like they did last year or the last 3 seasons under DeBoer. They're going to play different styles of game. They're going to play to their style of game depending on who's on the ice at the time. So Radek Faksa is going to go out there with Bastian and Back or Blackwell or Ernie or whoever it is, and they're going to be a fourth line. They're going to be a true fourth line. They're going to try to keep puck possession, and if they can't, they're going to play really damn good defense. They're going to back check hard, and then once they get into the zone, they're going to forecheck like motherfucker, basically. They're just going to make sure that puck stays in the zone. They can get at least one quality shot on net. Just grind them to submission, and if the puck freezes, then they get the top line out there. And if it doesn't freeze, and you're able to start changing those guys out, and then Mikko Rantanen's on a line with Bastian and Faksa, like you got some potential out there with scoring. So it's been a lot of fun watching those guys, but they got that 4-minute minor from Seth Jones, so it was huge to not have him out on the PK at that time. You get 4-on-5 for 4 minutes. Wyatt Johnston gets that goal probably – a minute and a half into the power play, about 2:30, 2:45, somewhere in there into the power play. Nasty goal, top shelf, just beautiful passing from Sam Steele. He's getting back checked hard, and he has like very much one lane and one lane only. He sends it on the backhand. He gets right over to Wyatt Johnston in perfect position, one-times it up into the top of the net. Just a dirty goal on a dirty goalie, dude. Sergei Bobrovsky is insane. To score on him is an achievement in itself, but to do it in that way, one-on-one with the goaltender where he was in the right position, but Johnny picked the right spot, got it top shelf up there, got the power play goal. 7 goals for Wyatt this season so far. It's insane. He just keeps scoring.
Man, and he did an interview the other day with What Chaos, and I finally, like, the level of awkwardness he had is just it's great, to be honest. Like, you can tell I'm so glad Pavelski took him in because he might have lost it just being on his own in a great city like Dallas. But no, like he is about hockey, Fortnite, and more hockey. And
a little bit of golf. Yeah. And Chipotle and puzzles. I think that's what Wyatt does in his free time. Yeah, you mentioned the awkwardness that was going around the group chats that I'm in as well. They're like, Wyatt might be Jamie Benn again. I was like, he's Jamie Benn, but somehow better. Because Jamie Benn in a scrum is just like, you can't hear him. He's not trying to give you anything. He's not going to give you anything. He's going to look at the ground the whole time. It's just Jamie Benn. It's the way he operates. It's the way he is with the media and the scrums specifically. I'm sure he's much better one-on-one. But Wyatt will actually talk to you. He'll give you better answers. He'll talk for a longer period of time, and you can actually hear him, which is nice. But the level of awkwardness is pretty much equal with those two. It's just you can hear him, and he'll actually give you answers. So I think that's why a lot of people were like, yeah, Wyatt's going to be your next captain. I know DeBoer said it in last season. He's going to wear the C one day for this team. And he definitely might. But yeah, Wyatt's he's a great player. He does everything right on the ice, and he's scoring goals at a crazy rate right now. And he might get an Olympic invite somewhere in there. Like I think he got the training camp invite, but that was it so far. He might just make it if he just keeps scoring. Like he's got 7 goals in 12 games. Like he might just make it just because he's scoring every goal every time.
And they get nastier and nastier with every single goal, dude. Like,
it's so good. He's up against the goaltender, right up one-on-one. Just those kinds of goals are really fun when he goes top shelf, like he did against Minnesota, where he just deked out the defender that didn't have a stick and send it top shelf. So he's scoring in different ways than I think Wyatt has in the past, or he's scoring in different ways more often than he has in the past. So Wyatt's been a big bright spot, but then the biggest bright spot of that game was Justin Ritzkovian getting his first goal in his NHL career. Huge moment for the kid. It was a fucking sick tip though, dude. Like incredible tip from Ritzy.
Yeah, no, it's like I was so like when I watched it, I was like, man, that looks like an all-star level. Like he's so good, man. I didn't know anything about him until like maybe the end of last year, and
Yeah.
it's so weird how the Stars organization finds these guys and they don't. It's not like they put on a Stars uniform and they all of a sudden become great. Like they spend time in Texas and they develop them at a high rate and put out high productive players like you see in Muscovin.
Yeah, I think Johnny's the only one that we haven't seen for the Texas Stars that has come up through the system and like been really good. Like obviously had Oscar Beck, you have Thomas Harley. Um, like everyone's gone through the system. Jake, everyone has gone through the Texas Star system and has learned how to play Dallas Stars hockey down in Austin for the Texas Stars. And Ritzy's a byproduct of that. He's been obviously Neil Graham was down there as the coach of the Texas Stars for a while. Now he's on the bench with the Dallas Stars. He's running the power plays, doing all kinds of stuff with them. And yeah, I think it just helps to have continuity for that long because in a business like hockey where the coaches may last only 3 years, and then like John Cooper's the longest tenured coach right now, I think in the NHL, and it's been less than a decade. So I think it's been 9 years or so.
Yeah.
So yeah, to have the continuity that you have in the AHL and then to be able to get those guys up into the NHL and have them perform at that level, and then you bring your AHL coach on board on the bench. It's like all these guys, they're not missing a beat because they're with the same coaches. They're with the same systems. They understand what's expected of them. It's a lot like our baseball team, the Astros, for a long time. It's like everyone from rookie ball, high A to triple A to the majors was doing the same exact things. They're learning the exact same things. They're doing all the different sabermetrics and the analytics and all that kind of stuff. They're all doing that with the Texas Stars. Then they come up to the Stars, and it's not like they're going to miss a beat because you're going from the AHL to the NHL. It's a different game. It's more physical. It's faster. It's harder to score. All of those things. But at least they have all the systems in place. They have all the analytics. They know what there is expected of them to where they can come in and try to perform from day one. And Ritzy's been a really good part of that. And I thought he was going to be playing every other game, every 2 games. And he's come in and he's had to play every game so far. I think he's only missed 1, maybe. I don't know if he got put out of the lineup there early in the season. But other than that, he's been on there and he's been a lot of fun. He's a bowling ball. He's ready to go bowl. And whenever. He's the Energizer Bunny. He's going to go hit people. He's going to go crash the net. He's going to get in people's faces. He started his NHL career off with 2 fights in 2 games. Like that's pretty good. Pretty good. I love Ritzy.
Yeah, I love how it's a hard decision to make every single night on who's going to be healthy scratched.
Yeah.
That's such a that's such a luxury to have in this league.
And it's really cool to see Ritzy and Ernie come out there and kind of earn their spots. It's like when everybody gets healthy, like Rupe, Oscar Beck, and Dutchie, once they all come back, it's like who do you want to bench? Do you want to bench Bastion? Like Bastion's been pretty good this year, and I think he's been the worst out of that bunch, but he's not playing poorly. It's a tough decision, which is what DeBoer had to deal with last season. Like he benched Dadonov for a while. Colin Blackwell was benched, and you have good guys that are going to sit night in and night out, and that's tough decisions on the coaches. But Ritzy was really good. Then you get to the third period, the Panthers take a lead about 12 and a half minutes in with Sam Bennett. It's just a tough puck for Casey DeSmith. It kind of hits him in the wrong spot in between the arm and the body, and it falls into the net. Sam Bennett takes the lead. But then, we got a moose, big old moose. Mikko Rantanen just gets that tip in with just under 3 minutes to play. Another disgusting tip. I know Ritzy's was incredible. I know Wyatt Johnston's goal was incredible, but like it's just like he sent it out there into no man's land. And Sam Steele, another assist, by the way, primary assist, gets down to Mikko right next to the net, and he gets the grossest tip that I don't know how it went in. It was an incredible tip, and Mikko Rantanen gets his 5th goal of the season. It's up to 9 assists as well, so 13 points in 12 games, so over a point per game so far. And he hasn't started off like super hot. So I know we're going to have a 20-game stretch where Mikko's just scorched earth and he's scoring goals and he's getting assists. He's having multiple points a game like he did on Saturday. So Mikko ties it up and they end up going to overtime. It was a good goal.
No, who else would just take over a game other than the Moose, man? I mean, so Colorado Avalanche fans, here we are again. We're not even remotely playing each other, yet there's dialogue and discourse about Dallas fans and Avalanche fans. I honestly don't even think Natchez is a bad contract, but did you see like you don't have like Mikko Rantanen not on your team is a negative no matter how. There's two things I can't handle. It's people downgrading how much of a bargain 12 million is for Mikko Rantanen. And there's a lot of people trying to talk me into Jason Robertson getting traded. I think Elliot Friedman maybe was like, yeah, no, it's not even remotely in discussions anymore. Like they did see what the level of compensation, but other than that, after that, they weren't even thinking about it. Nobody trading Jason Robertson. He's talented. He's too good. But back to Moose. Martin H's great player. Moose sent you home by himself. Like that's what he can do. We've been looking for a guy to take over a playoff series for all of last season, and then we get to the trade line, we get him, and now we have him for 8 years. And his body is too big for you to control. He's a power forward with the skill of a point guard. Like he's incredible. And boy, if he stays above a point per game, we know what he can do in the playoffs. He's going to destroy everybody in the West.
Yeah, and that tip in, there's a lot of things that happen before the tip in from Mikko. Aaron Ekblad is down there just dummying Mikko Rantanen, which I don't think you understand how strong you have to be to dummy Mikko Rantanen behind the net. There's a few cross checks in there, but he's shoving him down to the ground at will. Like he's just doing whatever he wants with Mikko. And then Mikko somehow gets up, gets in position to get that tip. Hell of a play from Mikko to not give up and just be like, what the fuck is going on? Why am I getting dummied right now? Like this isn't a real thing. Mikko Rantanen is one of the bigger dudes he's the biggest dude on our team and might be the strongest, might be the biggest brick wall that we have on the Stars. And he's getting dummied by Ekblad, just absolutely dummied. And I was sitting there, I was like, holy hell. Like I don't think I've ever seen Mikko Rantanen just get clobbered over and over and over again. Like it happens once in a while because he's got his head down or whatever. He has the puck or he sends a pass and then he gets dummied. Like that happens. It's hockey and you're kind of loose and you don't have the puck anymore. It is what it is. But Mikko just getting dummied was marvelous. Like I've never seen anything like that. We saw in the Tampa game or maybe not the Tampa game, the game on Thursday night where he sends a back check and it just destroys a guy. And it wasn't even a really big back check. He just kind of stood up a little bit. He didn't throw anything into the guy and the guy gets concussed. He's out of the game. He has to go down the tunnel. Like that's what we see out of Mikko. But getting that tip after just getting dummied by Ekblad was incredible. Go to overtime and it was just a barrage of circles into the zone, circles out of the zone, circles into the zone, out of the zone from both teams. There was a couple of chances there from both teams. And then you go to the shootout and you don't get a goal on Bobrovsky. You hit the post twice from Sagan and Mikko. Like just bad break there. And Brad Marchand does what Brad Marchand does. I'm not disappointed with the result. You got a point in a game that you probably didn't deserve to have a point. Like when you have 22 shots to 28. So like you got outshot, but not by a crazy amount, but only 22 shots on goal on Bobrovsky. Like you got to put up more shots on goal because odds are he's going to make a lot more saves. They had a lot of block shots, 22-9, and then hits 21-26. Florida's advantage there, but you went 2 for 3 on the power play, which was awesome to see. We need the power play to start humming. And I don't know. Overall, I thought it was a good game, good result because of how poorly you played for probably a period and a half, and then that third period as well. Having to come back twice to get that point, and then surviving in overtime to get to the shootout. Thought it was a really good result. Not the result that we necessarily wanted, but the process is getting there. And the defense was a little bit better. I don't know. I thought it was a good game.
Yeah, no, I mean to go into the state of Florida and escape it with 2 points, like I'll take that. I think any team in the NHL will take that because they know it's a tough night, one night, but then to follow it up with Florida, Jesus, that's rough, man.
And I believe Dutchy flew with the Stars on the Tampa, Florida road trip. Did not play, obviously. Maybe we'll see him against Edmonton. Maybe we won't. I don't know. I have no idea. Obviously, I'll go to morning skate on Tuesday and we'll kind of find out then. But before we get to Tuesday, Edmonton, you're going to be in the building, by the way. You're going to be in a suite. You're going to be having some fun. Hopefully, you're getting a Mikko Rantanen bobblehead. You can get there early enough and get in line because that line's going to be atrocious. I know it is. I hope they fix the bobblehead problem from last year. But we'll see. Before we get to that, have you won any money on Underdog Fantasy this season like I have?
You know, if you're going on the Stars lines, it's pretty hard not to. I'll put it to you that way.
It's been pretty easy for me. It's Wyatt Johnston higher than shots on goal every single time. It's Wyatt Johnston higher than shots. It's usually 2.5 is what the pick is. And you go higher or lower based off of that stat. If you think Johnny's going to get more than 2.5 shots in the game, you hit higher than. If you think he's going to get lower, that's what you hit. So Wyatt's just been incredible. So Wyatt Johnston higher than shots on goal. I'm pairing that up with another player because you got to pick two. You have to have a minimum of 2 picks in 2 different teams. So you can't just pick all stars, which I would love to do that because I know the team and I know how they perform and all that kind of stuff. But you can look at their past games. You can see their shots on goal. You can see their points. You can see all of that stuff. So I think Wyatt Johnston higher than shots on goal and Mikko Rantanen higher than 0.5 points per game. It's a pretty good pick right now with Underdog Fantasy. So download the app today, Underdog Fantasy, using promo code CSOI to score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5 using promo code CSOI. Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 or older, 19 or older in Alabama, Nebraska, 19 or older in Colorado for some games, 21 or older in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. We're in Texas. It's going to work here. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/ play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 HOPEline at 1-877-8-HOPENY or text HOPENY 467-369. That's Underdog Fantasy using promo code CSOY. When you play your first $5, get $100 in bonus entries using CSOY when you sign up with Underdog Fantasy. Win some money with us this hockey season, NBA season, NHL. NFL's going on. World Series is over, so there's no more MLB, but you can also play college football. We still got a few weeks of that left, and just win some money with us. Underdog Fantasy using promo code CSOY. Let's play your first $5, get $100 in bonus entries when you use our promo code. It's in the description. Sign up below. We love Underdog Fantasy. Thank you for sponsoring this episode. Well, Dom, you're going to be on a plane on Tuesday morning. You're going to fly from Houston to Dallas. You're going to sit in a suite, and you're going to watch probably our most hated team now, like, because we just can't beat them, and that's why we hate them necessarily. It's not the Vegas Golden Knights where there's all the extracurricular stuff with them. It's not the Colorado Avalanche with all their extracurricular stuff with them. It's just because we can't beat them. And You know what's better than there's a way that you can beat them. It's hiring someone from the Edmonton Oilers. Glenn Goldson. He's there. He knows their systems. He knows what they do. Maybe that helps. I hope it does, because I hate Edmonton at this point.
Yeah, no, and boy, I mean, how perfectly aligned it was. This was purely off of a whim that I'm coming in on Mikko Rantanen. I did not know until the ticket was already bought. So will I get there early enough? Probably not, but I will be in there early as hell. It will be a game to watch because, dude, with the way this Stars power play is playing and the way our power play did not play last series against Edmonton, I love Dallas in this matchup. I love the way our blue line's playing. I love Liam Bichel, who's not getting the praise he deserves because he just kind of, we're not seeing big hits, but we're seeing really good puck possession out of him. And those big hits are going to come. Trust me, it's Liam Bichel. The guy's a monster. But yeah, no, this is my first time seeing McJesus on the ice. You got to see him all last series. And so far in the been to 6 NHL games, Stankoven has stood out as one of the faster skaters, Rupe Hentz as well. But I want to see how this speed is from Edmonton.
It's not real. It's like, I think I talked about it during the playoffs. We watched the first morning skate from the Stars, and it's optional because everyone's banked up, and then do all the press stuff underneath, and then you come back up on the ice, and Edmonton's on the ice. And I'm like, all right, I've never seen Connor McDavid on the ice before. I know I'm going to watch him tonight. I'm going to sit here for about 15 minutes and watch him. And they're just skating up and down the ice. It's pre-morning skate and everything. Everyone's kind of filtering out there and getting on the ice, and just they do their warm-up shots. They just kind of go up and down the ice. And Connor McDavid's like not pushing on his skates at all, and he's just flying by dudes. Not pushing on his skates at all. Like it was one stride, and then all of a sudden he's just flying by guys. I was like, oh, he might be faster and better than everyone to ever play this game at this point. And then like Leon Draisaitl kind of does the same thing. It's a little bit different. He's not as fast, but he's big rig. He loves to hit people, and he's power forward, and he's also fast as hell. It's a terrifying matchup against the Edmonton Oilers, and we can't beat their goalie for whatever reason. Stuart Skinner does the
Yeah.
stupidest things of all time, and somehow he turns into a Vezina type goalie against the Stars. So that's kind of what I'm looking at is like, can you beat Sioux? Can you get past the blue line? Can you have good zone entries? Can you have good puck possession time in the offensive zone? That's what I'm looking at for Tuesday's game against Edmonton. Obviously, you're hoping that Duchesne comes back, because if Duchesne comes back, then the offense kind of starts to fall into fold again, where you got multiple guys that can kind of bring it into the zone and set up the offense and everything like Mikko does or Rupe does or Wyatt Johnston does. And then if you add Duchesne back into the mix, it's going to be a lot better. So I'm hoping that Duchesne plays. I hope Dutchy's back and he's healthy and he's ready to go. He's not on a protocol right now, is what we learned the other day from Glenn after Tampa, I believe. He's not in protocol. He's just day to day based on how he feels. So don't yell at Dutchy. He got a concussion. It is what it is. He came back after one game. He missed one game. He came back and he played that game, and then he's been gone since then. So it's all based off how he feels. So hopefully he's back and he's healthy and ready to go. If he's not, don't yell at Dutchy. It's nothing he can really control. He just got clobbered one game against Minnesota. So hopefully Dutchy's back. The offense can get that ozone time, and the defense keeps doing what they do. And it's the most difficult matchup to date because you're playing against Connor McDavid. And we saw what happened with Colorado Speed. That was a 4-4 game. They go to overtime. They end up getting the winner and the shootout. But speed is a problem with the Stars team, and they've fixed it a little bit, but now they're more physical, maybe a little less speedy. So I'm curious to see what the matchup looks like this year as opposed to last season and the year before with DeBoer.
Yeah, especially with the different style of play that we brought this year. I have no idea what Jamie Benn's timeline is like, but I did see a picture of him in hockey pads, in skates. So that is a huge plus. So hopefully he comes maybe at the end of the month, maybe in December. That would be fantastic. But no, yeah, just keep getting these points, man, because it's hard to keep a streak of points like this, especially against the teams we've been playing in those stretch of games. And if you could just continue on that roll when we get those guys back, it'll bode well for you.
Yeah. And Jamie has been skating as of last week on the ice by himself, kind of mainly. I think his flight ban is now up because with the punctured lung, the collapsed lung, actually, he wasn't able to fly due to the pressure and everything. So now I think he's able to fly. So maybe we can get him on a road trip before he comes back to where he can be in the room with the boys and team dinners and all that kind of stuff on the road. But we'll see with Jamie. I don't know when he's going to come back. And when he comes back, I would assume that he's going straight to the fourth line. He's going to play in between 6 and 10 minutes. I wouldn't expect him to play a lot of minutes and a lot of opportunities for Jamie when he comes back for a few weeks, and then let him get his legs back and let him figure that out. Hopefully he comes back and he stays healthy the rest of the season. We need our captain. We saw last year when the captain goes out, he went on paternity leave and 7-game skid started because he missed 3 games in a row, I believe, and they just couldn't get it back. And then they go to the playoffs, and it's tough sledding to get back into that Colorado series. So getting the captain back in the room is going to be a huge thing for him. I know that the guys all miss him. They all want him back in there, and he's been on the ice. He's been in the locker room. He's been at morning skates and stuff like that, hanging out on the bench. So he's been around. It's just having him back in uniform is going to be a big, big jump for him. But Edmonton's going to be a tough matchup Tuesday night. It's Mikko Rantanen bobblehead night. Did you see the video that the Stars put out on Mikko's birthday the other day?
Yeah.
He always talks about how big his head is. Him and Jake Ottinger, they talk about how big their heads are all the time. So I thought that was really funny. It's like it's actual size. It might be a little too small, but it's actual size. I thought that was funny. So Mikko Rantanen bobblehead night. Go get in line early if you can and hang out and just talk to Stars fans while you're waiting in line for that Mikko Rantanen bobblehead night, because we learned last year that there aren't 18,000 bobbleheads for everyone this last year. So hopefully maybe there's a chance that they fix that and there's like 15,000 or 10,000 even. There's a lot less than that last season. So I'm hoping that there's more bobbleheads this year and fans can be happy about it. And if you get a bobblehead, don't immediately put it on eBay. Don't sit in the stands, take it out of the box and take a picture of it and put it on eBay. I think that's gross work, and putting it up for $250 when you paid maybe $30, $45 for a ticket and got a free bobblehead. Like, don't try to make a profit off of it. Take the bobblehead or give it to one of your friends or sell it to one of your friends for $50. Like, make sure it goes to a Stars fan and not just to online to eBay to get a profit. I think that's really dumb. And it's a sacred thing now for the Stars. It's like, I got a bunch of bobbleheads behind me. I've been lucky, been blessed to get some from the Stars and have them up here. But yeah, just don't hand away the bobblehead. So if you get one, Dom, you're going to cherish it, I know, but I'm telling everybody else to do that as well.
So we have, obviously, in the suites, we have a few extra tickets. If I get an extra, it will be given away on this podcast. We will have a raffle. We will do our best to take care of the people that have been listening to this Clean Sheet of Ice pod, because you guys have been taking care of us.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we'll do a raffle. So make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, leaving a comment, listening to us on audio platforms as well as YouTube at Apollo HOU. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We got a lot of stuff coming this season. Obviously, we're doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday pods now. So we're doing more pods than we have last season. And then come playoff time, we'll do every single game. We'll do a trade deadline. We'll do USA, Canada, Olympic specials. We'll talk about those rosters and those games when they happen in February. But it's going to be a fun season. So tune in. If Dom does get an extra bobblehead, we will make sure it's a big deal. We'll put it out on socials. Make sure everybody's listening to the pod. You got to listen to the pod in order to win that bobblehead. I'm not throwing it out on socials immediately. You got to come claim it on the pod. Leave a comment, DM us, or whatever it is whenever your name is called, if that happens. Hopefully it does. If not, we'll figure out a different giveaway. I'll make sure to get something from the Stars and see if we can give something else away on this pod if we don't get a Mikko Rantanen bobblehead. But we'll do some giveaways this season. We'll make sure to acquire some things for it, and we got some rally towels or whatever it is. We're going to make sure we take care of you guys, because you've been taking care of us for almost a year now. We started this pod in December last season when Tyler Seguin went on LTIR. That was our first episode.
Yeah, actually, next week will be so I came in with a huge group of guys, and they've all kind of done their own thing with F1, NBA, soccer. Next week is our anniversary of like the first time we were introduced to Apollo. So it's been a fun ride, and it's only going to get better.
Yeah, the prospects have been awesome for us. They're no longer prospects. They're contributors. They're members of Apollo and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully we do another one of those applications here in the next couple of months. If you want to be a prospect and come in and learn how to do content and be on content or be behind the camera, learning how to edit and all that kind of stuff, we'd love to do that. If you're here in Dallas, or if you're up and out, down in Houston as well, like Dom, we'll get you in here and we'll teach you the ways and come be a part of Apollo. It's a lot of fun being a prospect. You get to learn all the kinds of things and hang around the guys and just do a lot of fun stuff. That's what we want to do. We're creating the content that we would want to consume, and we're hoping that all the viewers and everybody else want to consume it as well. So, Dom, you got anything else before we come back on Wednesday for a recap of the Edmonton game and preview of the Anaheim game?
I'm just saying, I've been to 3 Stars games last year. All 3 were W's.
It's true.
I'm feeling Tyler Seguin is going to break through. He's had a lot of really good high leverage chances. They just haven't hit the net. Tyler Seguin's going to get him one Tuesday night. I just have that feeling. I just got it.
Yeah, all of Sagan's goals have been kind of dirty and gross and weird. Like the last one that he had last week on the power play where they won 1-0 against the Capitals. Like it wasn't his goal, it was Robo's goal, but it just got deflected by the defender and it went right in the net. So yeah, I would like to see a crispy Tyler Seguin just kind of rip, or a one-timer or something like that. Like would love to see that from Segi. Obviously, we're going to watch Mikko, and Mikko's going to be sick. So I'm excited about it. Also on Thursday, I'll mention it again on Wednesday's pod, but Thursday I'm going to be in the stands. I'm going as a fan. Get to wear a jersey. Don't have to wear a suit. Don't have to dress up or anything. Get to wear a hat. I'll be in the stands. So if you see me on Thursday, come say hey. Would love to hang out and chat with anyone that's up there. I think I'm going to be in the 300 level. I'm hanging out with Reagan and all the guys up and the girls up there. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be in the stands on Thursday enjoying that game. So I won't have any like nuggets or anything from that game, from the press conference or anything like that. But I'm excited for it. It's going to be a fun week of Texas hockey. Edmonton on Tuesday. We're on a 6-game point streak. We will take that all day long. We love point streaks. Keep it going. Take the points where you can. Get healthy when you can. And we'll see what happens. But Edmonton Tuesday night. And we'll be back on Wednesday to talk about it on Clean Sheet of Ice, Texas Hockey Podcast. Shout out to our sponsor, Zing Zang, America's #1 Bloody Mary mix. We love Zing Zang. Zang responsibly for Tuesday game, Thursday's game, any game that you're watching or having fun with at home. Watch with Zing Zang, America's #1 Bloody Mary mix. Zing responsibly. And shout out to Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code CSOI when you sign up and download the app of Underdog Fantasy. Play your first $5 and win $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. All you got to do is put in 5. They're giving you 100. That's a win in my book. Sign up using code CSOI with Underdog Fantasy. And we'll be back on Wednesday with another episode of Clean Sheet of Ice, Texas Hockey Podcast.